are currently 35 weeks and 4 days pregnant. We have our maternity photo shoot today. This is a pretty busy week. We've got lots of appointments and things going on because we turn 36 weeks. So then there's like all kinds of stuff that starts happening at this point. But this is the little outfit that I'm gonna be wearing tonight. I'm trying to decide if I want it to look less wrinkly, but I don't think I have enough time because we leave in like an hour and we still need to eat and everything. So I'm super excited. I will definitely show you guys how the pictures turn out. I'm so excited. All right, we are about to go for our maternity photo shoot. Here is the little outfit. I'll try to set this up to show you. Here is what it looks like. I just got it off Amazon. I think it's some kind of like free people dupe, but I love it. I'm so excited. Let's go get our pictures done. We just got done with our maternity pictures. We look very fancy. We got some pictures with a rainbow in the background and everything. Yeah. I feel like it went really well. Yeah, it did. We got a little sneak peek of the pictures. I was happy with them. Mm-hmm. So, yay! Good morning. I am currently practically 36 weeks. I'm 35 weeks and 5 days today. This is a busy week for me. I don't typically do a whole lot, especially at this point. There's not a whole lot going on. I'm staying home for the most part, just doing things around the house, nesting, all that fun stuff. But we had our maternity photo shoot yesterday, which I kind of took you along. Today, I have my pelvic floor physical therapy appointment at 10, and it is far away, so it's almost 9 o'clock, and that's when I need to get going. So, as you can see, the fit today is cozy because I slept so bad, guys. I have been sleeping so poorly lately. And it's a mix of just like insomnia, like I just wake up and I'm just like kind of awake. It's also a mix of him moving around so much that it like wakes me up and I can't fall back asleep when he's going in there because it's like there's a full grown baby in there. You're not gonna sleep with that going on. And a mix of having to pee and a mix of being thirsty. I'm always so thirsty. I drink a lot of water, which is good, but sometimes I'll wake up and just chug some water and then of course have to pee. This was all the case last night. Also a mix of being hungry. I'll wake up and just like my stomach is rumbling and so I have to just get up and eat something. And there's also this like fight of like, should I eat something? I'm afraid I'm gonna get heartburn if I do. But sometimes even like drinking water is enough to give you heartburn at this point. So anyways, all of that to say I did not sleep very well. So I'm really tired and so we're basically wearing pajamas for the appointment today. This will probably be my last pelvic floor physical therapy appointment, so I need to make sure I ask her all the questions I have. I have a couple random questions for her, like if there's any specific stretches or things that I can do when I go into labor to kind of help with his movement down. I want to ask, I've heard quite a few people talk about like not having the urge to push. So I want to talk to her about like, what do I do in that situation? Is it likely that he's just not low enough if you're not feeling the urge to push? And to wait to push then till you do feel the urge? Or do some people just never feel the urge to push? I don't know. So that's kind of some things happening today. And then depending if I have the energy after my appointment, I may either stop at a thrift store or stop at Target. I've heard that Target is no longer going to be carrying nursing, bras, maternity stuff, all of that, so it's all on sale. I wanted to check that out because I have no nursing tops. It's a problem. And then I'm definitely coming home and taking a long nap. We'll see where things go from there, but that is kind of the plan for the day. So let's get going. I just got done with my pelvic floor physical therapy. It was great. We mainly focused this time on like body work. I've been having some pain, especially in my like right hip. And we're thinking it's because he's kind of tilted and his head is kind of sitting on that hip almost. He's like nestled in there. So I think that's really where the pain is coming from. But she was able to work on that and it helped so much. Guys, you need to go to pelvic floor physical therapy if you are pregnant because there's like all kinds of aches and pains and it really helps. She also gave me some stuff for like postpartum stuff, different like exercises, stretches, workouts specifically for kind of pelvic floor and healing the diastasis recti, however you pronounce that. They're also just great people to get you resources. So if you have any questions, like she is giving me a list of some local lactation consultants, just helping me kind of prepare for postpartum in those kinds of ways. And now I am gonna go to Target. I have to pee, so I'm gonna go to Target to pee. And like I said, I'm gonna see if they have any nursing bras. So let's go. Today I am officially 36 weeks pregnant, which is crazy, but at the same time, this past week has been the longest week ever, literally, because it's technically been 10 days, because I'm officially like switching the day that I am counting as my like beginning of the next week, if that makes sense, because previously I've been going based off of my last missed period, the date that the hospital is using, but because I did track ovulation and I do know like when I ovulated and when my actual due date is, I knew that as it got closer I wanted to be going based off of that because I ovulate late, so my due date is actually a couple days later than the one based off of my last missed period. I definitely wanted to have that expectation versus like being a couple days past my due date and being like, what's going on? Obviously I could still go over my due date. This just is a more accurate due date. So all of that to say, I'm officially 36 weeks, but I am kind of counting the past couple days as 36 weeks too, based off of what the hospital is going off of, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, today we have our 36-week appointment, and this is the start of weekly appointments. It's crazy that like we are to this point where we are having weekly appointments. Now, it is an hour-and-a-half drive for us to our appointments. There's gonna be a lot of driving happening at this point. I should be starting to be offered cervical checks either this week or next week, and I have decided I am going to decline those just because it really doesn't matter if I'm a little bit dilated, if I'm not dilated at all. The only time that I might have them check me is if we're there for an appointment towards the end and I am experiencing contractions and want to see like, okay, where am I at? Should we go to the hospital or should I go to my friend's house until labor picks up more? So that is a decision that you want to be thinking about because there's pros and cons to the cervical check, but there is a risk of infection, and for me it's not worth the risk because it's not really giving me anything. So that's gonna be something that will be offered to me at my appointment today. And also at this appointment we have the group B strep test. So I don't know if you guys remember or if you watched the video where I talked about I've been taking the needed probiotic prebiotic supplement the past few weeks, so I'm hoping that that is helping. I'm hoping to test negative, of course. And then I don't know if you noticed in the background our window is just bare. I am having to move everything away from all of our windows because we're getting the windows replaced tomorrow. So I have that going on. It's already 12 o'clock and I have to leave for our appointment at 2 o'clock to pick up my husband from work, and I need to bring our cat over to my parents' house before then because obviously she can't be here when windows are being replaced because she would escape. So I've got to get her stuff and her packed up and over there, and I've got to finish moving stuff away from windows. I'm also doing a load of laundry, and so I need to finish that, get that moved to the dryer. So there's kind of a lot that needs to be done in under 2 hours. So I need to get to work, but that's kind of an update. I'm gonna give you a quick bump update as well. It's crazy. I did expect to be like more uncomfortable. Like I thought there would be more stretching happening at this point, and there's not. There's still time for that, of course, but feeling pretty good, excited about our appointment. It is 2 o'clock, so it is time for us to go to our appointment. I'm leaving now. Like I said, I have to pick up my husband from work since his work is a little bit closer to our hospital. I will see you probably at the appointment. All right, guys, it is 8:30 p.m. I literally left at 2 o'clock for our appointment and just got back. And I did stop by and visit with my best friend for a little bit, for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. But otherwise, It's just such a long drive. It's awful. It makes the day so long. It's such an ordeal, and now we have to do this every single week until we have the baby. The appointment went well. I saw a new midwife this time, and she was not my favorite. I'm just picky though too. I'm very sensitive, so I like someone who's very like soft with me. It's not that she was a bad midwife or anything. She talked about my heart symptoms that I had been having, which was just like elevated heart rate when I was at rest. And the midwife that I saw last time had referred me to a cardiologist. I scheduled an appointment and everything. And then the day before my appointment, they called and canceled it because they said she wasn't comfortable seeing me since I was pregnant. And I should see like I don't know exactly the term that she used, like OB cardiologist or something. I told that to the midwife because she asked if I like followed up with that. And I was like, well, I tried to, but then they called and canceled and said I should see like an OB cardiologist since I'm pregnant. And she was like, that's not a thing. I was like, okay, you're making me feel stupid. She's like, we refer you to a cardiologist. Like, she should have been able to see you. So I don't know. That was weird. I don't know then why the cardiologist said that. So I'm gonna try to reschedule that. I kind of felt like I had a break from the symptoms, but it's come back yesterday and today. It's kind of been happening a lot. So I just want to rule out. I think it's just how my body is at this point of pregnancy, but we want to rule it out. The heart rate was good. His heart rate was 135. He is head down, still with like his back to this side, his legs and stuff to this side, which I knew based off of what I feel. Fundal height is measuring perfectly on track. And the Group B strep swab, it went well. The only thing was I wasn't expecting her to like swab in my vagina, and that was like kind of painful. She was not gentle at all, so that was kind of annoying. But otherwise, I mean, it was really quick and simple. It was not a big deal. That was all for my 36-week appointment. I'm gonna go next week for my 37-week appointment. I'm really tired, so I'll probably see you tomorrow or the next day. All right, guys, I am currently 36 weeks and 4 days pregnant. I just wanted to recap because I've not been super good about filming. We did get the Group B strep swab, and that was really exciting. I did get the results back and I did test negative. I have been taking a really good probiotic and prebiotic for that, the needed supplement, to hopefully help with that because I was doing my research, and there is actual research, there are actual studies on different probiotic strains that have been shown to help affect like Group B strep. Long story short, did that do something? Did it not? We don't know for sure, but I am very happy to know that I don't have that, so I won't have to get any antibiotics during labor, so that's great. A couple days ago, we met with our doula, which was so exciting. So it's the first time we met with her in person. She came here and we had a 3-hour session where we just talked through everything. We talked through the birth plan, and she kind of helped me make some decisions on things that I had questions about. So I did finalize that. I'll go ahead and put a picture up on here of the birth plan just to give you an idea of what that looks like. I wanted something really simple, just like 1 page, and I didn't want any extra stuff on there that like was unnecessary, stuff that they were gonna do anyways, because just saying I want delayed cord clamping when that is now kind of standard procedure isn't helpful. But what they mean when they do delayed cord clamping is 1 minute. So if you do want more than that, you do need to specifically request that. So like I put delay cord clamping until the cord stops pulsating. So stuff like that we went over, and she gave me some resources for postpartum. We talked about postpartum, we talked about labor, what to expect, when to contact her, just all of that kind of stuff. It was so helpful. She is so wonderful. I'm really looking forward to working with her. I think it's gonna be great. She's also going to be able to like take pictures and videos for me during the labor, which is really wonderful also. But yeah, I'm excited to share about how that experience goes with using a doula. I definitely think it's gonna be so helpful. So we had that also. We had a really busy week for 36 weeks. There's a lot going on. We had the appointment, we met with a doula. We actually got our windows. We got new windows in the house, which is great. So that is done before baby comes. Tomorrow, I have blood work that's going to get done. So I'm gonna go. My best friend is going with me. That's also just to rule out some stuff with my heart symptoms. My midwife wanted to recheck my iron levels and a couple of other things. So we're doing that tomorrow, and hopefully I have some results back before my next appointment, because my next appointment is in 2 days. My 37-week appointment is already in 2 days. So that's crazy. Like at this point, when appointments are happening every week, it's crazy. It just feels like you're constantly going to appointments. The last thing that's coming up like in the immediate future, like this week, is that cardiologist appointment. That's gonna be happening Friday, so I'll definitely let you know how that goes. I'm not expecting there to be any problems. Like, I really think this is just how my body handles pregnancy. And I've not been having any symptoms besides that elevated heart rate, and even that hasn't been happening a whole lot. It will happen sometimes like a couple days in a row, and then not for like a week, and then happen again. So it's very random. That is just an update because I've not been great at keeping you guys updated, because sometimes the idea of filming is just too much. And then the other thing is I am almost done with packing my hospital bag. I'm gonna put up on here my weekly list. A week or two ago, I went ahead and made this list that was the to-dos for pregnancy, each week of pregnancy that I have left, except I don't think I have anything on there for weeks 39 and 40, just in case I don't make it that far. I don't wanna put things off until then. But basically, nesting type of things that need to happen. A big one was like packing our hospital bags. My husband actually has finished packing his hospital bag today. His is a lot more simple than mine. The baby's hospital bag is almost done. I just have more things that I'm waiting to receive, like that I ordered, so I can't quite be done packing my hospital bag yet. Just a lot of like postpartum supplies and just all of that kind of stuff. And I don't have any nursing bras yet, and I'm waiting for those to arrive. You better believe I will be making a video. Once I am done packing my hospital bag, I'll make a video about what I packed in my bag and baby's bag. And then I also have a separate little bag for labor specific stuff, snacks, and then like all of my little labor things. That's enough talking. Sorry, this was kind of a long clip just of me talking, but hopefully I will, now that I'm caught up, I'm gonna try to take more videos. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow to get my blood work done. Hello guys, it is the next day. So today's the day that I'm getting blood work done, and I'm just trying to get some stuff done today. So I'm going to work on packing my hospital bag and the baby hospital bag. My husband has his packed, but there's so much more for mine, all of the postpartum stuff and just everything. So I'm gonna work on that today. I'm doing my stretches now. That is something that I'm really trying to keep up with in the end of this pregnancy. There's so many things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to listen to my like hypnobirthing audio tracks. I'm trying to do stretches, do my 2 walks a day, drink the raspberry leaf tea. I'm gonna be starting to eat dates at 37 weeks. They're small things, but it adds up when it's like that many. So it's kind of hard to keep on top of. But doing stretches that really focus on like opening up the hips too, and just hip mobility, really important for birth, and it's really helpful to make you more comfortable. So I highly recommend it. I just look up different videos on YouTube, and my pelvic floor physical therapist sent me some videos to follow as well. So I'm gonna do that now. It is time to go to get my blood work done. So I'm leaving now. My best friend is gonna meet me there, thankfully. I'm hoping it's pretty quick. Let me quickly talk to you about what specifically is getting done. So I'm getting TSH, B-type natriuretic peptide. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Comprehensive metabolic panel and CBC anemia panel. That is all of the blood work I'm getting done. I'm hoping that it's pretty quick, pretty efficient. I am going to be like just doing a walk-in. I don't have an appointment, and that's my first time doing this. So I'm a little bit nervous just because I don't know what to expect. When I go for like an appointment, I don't have to like check in. I just go, and when they call my name, then I go back. So I need to figure out how to check in. It will be fine. I have my best friend to support me. Let's go get blood work done. Thrifting post blood work as a reward. Let's see the damage. I'm scared. Why am I scared? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I am done with my blood work, and as you can see, We did end up going thrifting after as a little reward. Blood work went well, and I already actually have some of the results back, which is great because my next appointment with the midwife is tomorrow, so we can talk about that and see if that is causing any of my symptoms of just like elevated heart rate at rest type of stuff. I kind of just think it's because I'm pregnant, but we want to rule stuff out. So really quickly, let me give you a thrift haul. I was really excited because I was looking for a sleep mask. I was going to buy one anyways for the hospital to pack my hospital bag. And as you can see, it's brand new still in the packaging. It's a really simple mask. I just know it's hard for me to sleep if it's not really dark, and with the hospital, I'm sure there's lots of little lights from machines and all of that kind of stuff. So I was happy to thrift that. I thrifted another basket because I want to be putting together lots of baskets for postpartum of baby stuff, of postpartum stuff. I'm not gonna get one of those little rolling carts just because I don't wanna pay the money to get one of those when I can thrift a basket for like 25 cents. It works just as well, and it will be used even not, you know, postpartum. I use baskets for everything. I got some newborn clothes because I don't have a ton, and obviously that's the season we're going to be in first. So this little vest, it's so cute. I got this simple sleeper, which has a zipper, and it's got the little things so you can cover their hands, which is really nice. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one for the hospital, and I'm gonna cut the feet off because in the hospital they put a little like ankle band around their ankle. So if you have the little footy sleepers, it might not fit over that. They recommend that you get like footless ones, but for some reason it's impossible to find newborn sleepers that are footless. So I think I'm just gonna cut these off, and it's blue and ocean themed, and it has sharks and whales, so precious. I got this, again, this is newborn. I don't have lots of newborn stuff, and it's just a lightweight little jacket, which is perfect because he's due in fall. Definitely will want that type of stuff. I really needed pants, once again, like newborn size stuff, so I just got these simple little gray sweatpants, blue pants. This doesn't have a size on it, but it looks fairly small. It's very cute. Again, these are more little newborn pants. Look how tiny they are. But at the same time, like, those little legs are kicking me right now. That's crazy. My best friend found this at the thrift store, and it's perfect. It is rabbit and bear, so it is organic cotton. It is going to fit him for Christmas. It's so cute. And this one is footless, but it's not newborn. So anyways, very, very cute. This is very big. This is 2T. But I thrift shirts like this for my husband all the time. He likes the linen type of vibe. So our son can have some matching outfits with him. I got a burp cloth. I want to build up my collection because I have a feeling I'm going to need more than I have right now. And then guys, this is so cute. This little set. How perfect is that for fall? It's size 0 to 3 months. And I mean, look at this little, it's a little sweat set. Precious. I was so excited about that. Again, perfect for fall. And then I just got this for myself, just a simple blue sweatshirt that is size XL, which is perfect. It fits over the bump, and my favorite color lately has been blue. And then I did also get an Amazon package that has arrived with some of our last baby essentials that we purchased with a gift card from the baby shower, as well as a gift someone got off our registry. So this is what someone got for us off our registry. It is just a simple crib sheet from the Honest brand. It's organic cotton. So we finally have a crib sheet for the brand new crib. Again, it's not going to be used right away probably, but still something that we needed. We got some bassinet sheets. I got these. This is a pack, I believe, of 3 nursing bras. I didn't have any, so I desperately needed these. So I'm gonna do a load of laundry probably this evening so I can get those packed in my hospital bag. And then the last thing I got was this. They're the like ice maxi pads, because I have heard sometimes the hospitals just kind of make you use a bag of ice, and that is not comfy. So I went ahead and got these as well. Again, something to pack in my hospital bag. So I am doing some laundry. I'm first going to do the load of laundry with like the crib sheets, our bedding, towels, that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna do like all the baby clothes and stuff that I just thrifted. I'm so out of breath. I went ahead and put together this little list for postpartum. It is like double-sided, and I did go ahead and print off 2 of them. I'm trying to do all of the work for postpartum now so that when people are wanting to help us, like we have things that we can direct people to. If someone wants to help, you can be like, hey, here's the list of all the things that you could do. I'm working on writing out instructions and putting them where it applies, like how to use our dishwasher, how to use our washer and dryer, and like labeling where stuff goes, where cleaning supplies are, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that will make it easier for people to help us and easier on us, so we don't have to like manage things and be explaining how to do things, because that's, you know, obviously not as helpful. An idea for you if you're also trying to plan out your postpartum and do things that will help you in the future, I think this will be really helpful. And I added these like where people can check off and mark like what date they completed it, so you know, people who are coming to help, they know what has not been done in a while based off of, you know, what the date is that it was last completed. So here's the current freezer situation. It's very empty, but I have more in the door here. So I just made this bag of protein balls, and what I do is I just label it with the date and what it is. I've made this little one previously. You can see I made that last month. And then I've got protein muffins, I have lactation cookies, and then these are some pancakes that I have made and frozen. And I literally only have one like actual meal. So kind of looking empty, but it's better than nothing. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of this vlog because I am now 37 weeks pregnant. I kind of forgot when I was filming yesterday that because this is now the start of a new week, that is the end of that vlog. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you are also pregnant or just enjoying the videos, I'd love to hear what you want to see more of. Hi, Bob. Are you gonna join me? So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.